Good evening. This is the Dean of all things spicy with conjured vapors, peppers, and I'm here to do a pepper review. So, last year, well, over the winter, I bought seeds from a well known seed seller, a very reputable seed seller, and what I purchased was Chocolate Primotalli. So, in the past, I have selectively saved out a version of a Chocolate Primotalli that I enjoyed and that I liked. The pods were large, the pods were long, the pods were gnarly. But 3 years ago, I had 780 pepper seedlings wiped out in one night by mice. Didn't realize that I had a mouse infestation until after the fact. And that's where my primatellis were, because that was the year I was growing my primatellis. So I actually lost my seed stock for my primatellis. So I had to purchase new primatelli seeds, chocolate primatelli specifically. So this is what came out. That is most definitely not in any way, shape, or form a chocolate primatelli. It's an absolutely beautiful pepper, but it's definitely not a chocolate primatelli. So I got this phenotype with that little stinger. I got this phenotype that really looks like a chocolate moruga crossed with something else. And then I got this phenotype. So yeah, I have no clue what the pollen donor was in the seed seller's garden. But so I'm gonna save seed from this one just because I really like the phenotype. Depending on what it tastes like, depending on how hot it is. I mean, it's obviously a cross with the chocolate primatali unless he mixed seeds up. But to me, with such a highly varied phenotypical reaction on one plant, this is all from the same plant. That tells me that it's got to be an F1 or an F2 cross. Chances are, if he got an F1 that looked like a chocolate primatali, he may not have known, and this could be the F2 generation. But it has to be at least an F1 or an F2 cross. I just don't know what it is. And more often than not, when it's a cross, I just trash it because if I don't know, I don't know. But I love chocolate primatali crosses, so I'm going to test this one. We're going to see what it tastes like. So we're going to use pepper dissector, see what she looks like on the inside first. Then we'll give her a taste. It smells fruitier than most chocolates. Doesn't mean it'll taste fruity. That's what the inside looks like. So she's fully ripe. Oh, maybe I'm gonna regret this. Maybe it's the hottest pepper in the world. Never know. All right. So, flavor. The very, very, very initial bite into it was a slightly fruity taste that moved into earthy. And that earthy moved into floral. So that is the normal progression that I consider for most super hots. Chocolates, super hots. But sometimes they have a bitter finish. This one didn't really have any bitter that I could taste. And there's quite often that it doesn't start out fruity. So this one started out slightly fruity, went to floral, or earthy, and then went to floral. So this one's actually a creeper. When I first finished the chew, it didn't taste like it was going to be hot at all. And now it's turning out hot. I don't know where it's going to go because it's still climbing. I can say the burn is almost all in my throat, right at right at the level of my uvula. I don't taste any down, or I don't feel any down in here, and I don't feel any up in my sinus cavity of my throat, specifically right at the uvula. Still climbing. My eyes are starting to water a little bit. Nothing's fallen. I can tell my nose is about to start running, but it hasn't yet. It's definitely not the hottest pep in the world. I can promise you that. If it is, my tolerance must be absolutely insane now, because no. And I know my tolerance is not that good right now. I mean, it is, compared to most people. It's low for me. Not quite where I want it to be. There goes my nose. So this is interesting. It tastes a lot like a chocolate Primotalli, but it looks like, I don't know, a brain stream maybe? Maybe it could be crossed with a brain stream. I could see that being a chocolate Primotalli crossed with a brain stream. No, that one too. I don't know. So I'm thinking the heat level is, I don't know, maybe 1.6 million Scoville heat units. I don't even think this one's 1.7. And they tend to attack my throat quite a bit more at 1.7, I think. But who knows? I do have a high tolerance. My tolerance is getting better as the season goes on, so I don't know if, me saying 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.8 right now matters. I know at the beginning of a season it absolutely does, but I'm not sure when my tolerance is this high. But I'm going to wait this out because I don't think it's peaked yet. For a second, I thought it was about to go down, and then it went back up. So now the heat level, the burn is gravitating to the front of my mouth. It's not in my throat near as much as it was. It's now mostly a whole mouth burn, and it's still climbing. It's quite interesting. There goes my nose more. Still no tear has fallen. I could probably force one out if I wanted to blink rapidly. Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting bird. Um, I'm not sure if I want to keep seeds from this one. I probably will, but it's just going to be unknown chocolate Superhot, unknown Primotalli cross. My assumption is that he did not mix up seeds, and this was an F1 cross. Um, Again, I won't tell you who it is. I don't believe in ratting out growers. Um, you know, Not everybody grows isolated, and that's fine. I don't grow isolated. I did isolate one variety this year, but only a few flowers from it, so isolation takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And when you're growing as many plants as I do, or this seed seller does, you don't have time to isolate. You really don't. You would not work another job, not work a real job. Not that selling seeds isn't a real job, but you know what I mean. So it's definitely peaked and starting to come back down. Yeah, I'm gonna say about 1.6 million Scoville heat units, maybe 1.7 at the most, but I'd be shocked if 1.7 it wouldn't. So at the beginning of a season, I always go by if I get a tier that's starting 1.5. As the season progresses, my tiers probably don't come out as fast, so I might not be tiering up till 1.7 or 1.8 million now. So I don't know for sure. I would have to get a straight Chocolate Primotalli. I would have to get a straight Pot Primo. I would have to get a straight Maruga Scorpion. And I would have to get a straight Ghost Pepper to really truly be able to test that for myself right now at this point in the season. But anyway, interesting pepper, decent flavor, tastes a lot like a Chocolate Primotalli. Um, Not a flavor or a heat level to write home about. I do like both of these two phenotypes. I do. So I might save these just because I like the phenotypes and call them unknown Primotalli cross. But I don't know. Anyway, this is the Dean of All Things Spicy with Conjured Vapors Peppers. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely beautiful night. I'm out.